March is officially chaotic. It's a wonderful chaotic, though. I'm going to be talking about 2 more readathons that I'm going to be taking part in March. I've already mentioned that I'm doing March on the Rails. So these 2 readathons is I'm going to be reading from like chocolate to crime scenes. Middle grade March is an event I have taken part in quite a few times over the years on my other channels. So this is the first year I'm taking part on Bookish Travels. Now I realise that I don't talk about the kids' books that I read because I kind of feel I want to keep Bookish Travels in a bit of a historical travel kind of niche. However, it doesn't stop me from taking part in events such as this. Now, I will mention all the hosts below and I will link their channels. And in the description, I will put in the 5 prompts and the 1 group read. Now, the group read is Max in the House of Spies. Now, personally, I'm not going to read it. At least I don't think so. Because, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I've got 3 readathons. So I'm going to have to sort of like be careful and not overdo it. Now, I have got 3 books here. And I'm just going to talk to you about them and which prompt they fulfill. Now, the first one is by Ali Sherrick is Rebel Heart. Now, this book I bought a while ago, last year, I think, and this is going to be fulfilling the historical fiction prompt. And this is the main character, Merryweather, and she lives in the times of the Roundheads and the Cavaliers, so around 1645. Now, these 2 actually are going to be for the prompt that says mention a name in the title. So it's always nice to read a contemporary young kids book, and I've gone for Peregrine Quinn and the Cosmic Realm. This is another book that has been sitting on my shelf for quite a while. So I decided that I was going to do this readathon and read off my shelves. I've not read any Ash Bond before, so it looks really rather good. And actually, I have book 2 over there on my shelf, so I may just do both, who knows. And the next one, I thought I'd do something a bit more iconic. I haven't read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and this is a rather old Penguin edition. I think it's a fantastic cover, and honestly, I've watched the films, the adaptations, but I've never read the book. So, perfect opportunity to do that. Now, whilst I was checking out my shelves to see what I could read, I thought I could give you some suggestions for siblings prompt and books on the cover prompt. Both of these books I have read. Now, Skandar and the Unicorn Thief and the whole series, the main character has a sister. And obviously Skandar, which is this guy here, is the main character. But his sister does feature in it quite a lot, and more as the series progresses. So fabulous. I've read the whole series. It's just great. And the next one, I read this last year for the middle grade March, and obviously it's got books on the front. So they're my 2 suggestions for those prompts if you're watching this and you haven't a clue what to pick up. I do really enjoy kids' books. I think the storytelling's on point. You don't have to read like 300 pages just to get to the good bits. And honestly, it satisfies my inner child. Now we're going to talk about March Mystery Madness. As you know, I do love a good thriller, a good mystery. And again, all the people that are hosting this event and the prompts, etc., will be listed in the descriptions below. So do check it out. If you don't check out my description areas, there's lots of information in there generally. So, if you don't, you're missing out. But I still wanted to support this and get involved. Now, it involves travel, I think. It's like you've got to pick books that feature authors that live in a different country to you, a different continent. So I thought, wow, that really opens the door quite massively. So it could be like a snowy Scandinavian mystery, bustling Tokyo, Parisian city crime scene, even the Australian outback. But I'm going to go with an American in Paris. So it's kind of small town America, but in Paris, France, that is. So I've gone for Colleen Cambridge, and she writes a fictional version of Julia Childs in this book. Now, I was always fascinated with Julia Childs when I watched the film Julie and Julia, or Julia and Julie. So this is perfect for me. It's in a different country, maybe not a different continent, but it's definitely a different country, and the author comes from a different country to me. So I think I've chosen some great books here, and I'm going to have a fabulous time. No idea which one I'm going to go for first, but I maybe plan to do a vlog type. I really want to get into vlogging, and so far I don't think I've done too great a job. However, we're gonna try again. Which one do you think I ought to start with first? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please do come back for more. Consider subscribing to keep up with all this amazing reading that I'm going to be doing. Are you going to be joining any of these, or are you just going to backseat drive, as it were, and keep abreast of what I'm up to? Anyway, thank you for watching, and stay bookish. Bye.